Welcome back to another episode of the Lantern Sports Big Ten Preview. I'm your host, Casey Smith, and today I'm going to be breaking down the Iowa Hawkeyes. Head coach Kirk Ferentz led the Hawkeyes to a 10-4 record, 7-2 in Big Ten play, and a Big Ten championship appearance against Michigan a season ago. This year, they're off to a 1-0 start. They beat South Dakota State 7-3. You're thinking, oh, they put up a touchdown. No, 2 safeties and a field goal, and that's sort of been the tale of two teams for the Hawkeyes a season ago. They had the second worst total offense in the Big Ten, so really struggling to move the ball, and that's evidenced by their negative .117 expected points added per play. Usually when you run a play, you want to have positive points added. The Hawkeyes said, no way. They're 123rd out of 130 FBS teams. On the defensive side of the ball, though, they were stellar. They were surrendering less than 0 points. So they were limiting teams offensively at a high clip. That was 10th in the FBS. So like I said, it was just a tale of two teams. The offense, they struggled, and one of the guys that also struggled at the top was Spencer Petras, their quarterback. He's sort of a high-risk, high-reward kind of guy. I mean, he only threw for over 200 yards in just 4 of Iowa's games last season. So they were more of a ground team with Tyler Goodson a season ago. Spencer Petras slinging it around the yard, if you will. He only had 1,880 passing yards, which was 10th in the Big Ten, and he only had a 10-9 touchdown ratio. So if Iowa wants to be successful and sort of contend with some of these Big Ten East teams, they're going to have to sling it around, and that starts with Spencer Petras at the top. Just being able to not necessarily be out there and be a gunslinger like quarterbacks in the Big Ten like C.J. Stroud and Aiden O'Connell, but simply just manage the game and get maybe 250 yards, high completion percentage, a couple touchdowns, and limit the turnovers. On the defensive side, however, Jack Campbell. He was a one-man wrecking crew in the middle of Iowa's defense. He just anchored it down. 143 tackles, which led the country a season ago, and he's already flashing that this season. He's already got 12 against South Dakota State on Saturday. So, I mean, he's flying around in the run coverage, but he can also cover the tight ends if you need him to, maybe a wide receiver. So, I mean, he had recorded 2 interceptions and 6 pass breakups a season ago. So that sort of versatility from an inside linebacker is something that you really want to see and really can improve Jack Campbell's draft stock this upcoming season. So that'll do it for another episode of the Lantern Sports Big Ten Preview. The Iowa Hawkeyes, they have their rivalry against Iowa State coming up this Saturday at Kinnick Stadium. It should be a good matchup. We'll see how the Big Ten West plays out. It's sort of a wide open half of the Big Ten, and Iowa could be in the back-to-back Big Ten championship appearances.